Welcome to the Trees YouTube channel. My name is Veda Spidle, and this is gentle yoga, sound healing, and mantra meditation. For today's class, I recommend that you have your yoga mat, a blanket or two, a meditation cushion, 2 blocks, and anything else that you need for shavāsana, for the rest at the end. So your eye pillow, your favorite blanket, your water, anything like that, grabbing those. And if you are able to stay and you wish to stay for the mantra portion, that will be after shavāsana, after our rest. And if you have a mala, I recommend going and grabbing that, having that off to the side for later. If you don't have one, that's completely fine. You can still receive all the benefits of chanting the mantra. For those of you that wish to give donations, you can give donations to me directly at paypal.me/the And if you ever want to reach out to me directly, please do so through my contact form on my website. Okay, so today's mantra is Aum Ānandam Namaḥ. Let's say that one more time. Aum Ānandam Namaḥ. And the reason I'm sharing this with you right now is because it's also the intention that I want us to infuse into our practice. Ananda means bliss. And within us, there is an innate joy, a bliss. And sometimes it gets covered, right? It gets covered through our daily happenings. It gets covered through our masks. It gets covered through layers of experiences. So when we peel back all those layers, when we allow ourselves to open up to our innate nature, there is bliss, Ananda. And so that's what we are weaving into our practice today, is remembering our innate joy. So closing your eyes. Take another deep breath in. Let it go. And settle into the space that you're in. Feeling yourself in the room, wherever you are. If there are any distractions, do your best to allow them to fade into the background. Settle into your body, this body that carries us through this lifetime. Energetically root down through the sitting bones. Let the roots grow as deep as you can visualize, maybe wrapping around the core of the earth, feeling the earth holding you, supporting you. And from that anchor, lengthen the spine. Extend up through the crown of the head. And soften the skin. Acknowledge yourself here for showing up for your practice, your self-care. And energetically acknowledge your fellow yogis, those that are practicing with you now and those that will be practicing later. We're all connected. And drop your attention now to your breath. Feeling the inhale come in through the nose, the belly expands, it builds up into the ribs, maybe the chest. The exhale through the nose, the chest relaxes, the ribs draw in and navel to the spine. The inhale from the base up as if you're filling a glass of water. And the exhale from the top down. Let the exhale be relaxed. Breathe without strain. The essence of Ananda, the essence of our blissful nature, doesn't need force. Release any control right now of the breath and feel it rise and fall. Notice that this is the way that the body wants to breathe. Float the hands together at heart center. A gentle pressure between the palms, and rest the base knuckles of the thumbs at the center of the chest at the sternum, feeling the connection between your inner and your outer world. I invite you to join me in 3 ohms. You can use your voice, you can hum, or you can just listen. Let's first inhale together. Sigh it out. And inhale. The eyes remain closed, releasing the hands to the lap. If you're sitting cross-legged, see if you can change the cross of your legs, but still keep the eyes closed or soft gaze. Sit tall, pressing down through the sitting bones, extend up through the top of the head. Continue to feel yourself breathing. Bringing in now a little bit more awareness to the inhale. Feeling the in-breath. And let the exhale be complete. Your breath is the doorway inward. It's the bridge. And continue to breathe like this and bring again the hands together at heart center, and this time gently interlacing the fingers for a light clasp. Have the elbows relaxed down by the ribs and draw a sideways number 8, the infinity symbol. And this movement happens at the wrist. Let it be fluid, without force, and reverse direction. And then release the hands to the lap, palms up. Open and close the hands a few times as if you're squeezing sponges. Let this be active. Feel the movement all the way through to the fingertips. And then relax the hands open and feel. Breathe and feel the sensations in the hands. And now bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees drop open. Support with blocks under the outer edges of the legs if necessary. I do recommend this support so that the body doesn't have to work very hard right now to hold the legs. And we're not trying to go into a deep stretch, but please do what feels right for you. Sit up tall, inhale. As you exhale, relax the right ear towards the right shoulder. I'm mirroring you. Let the head be heavy, the shoulders remain broad. Breathe. Part of rediscovering our inner joy is taking those steps of feeling ourselves in our body, feeling our breath, and going inward. Inhale the head up to neutral. Exhale now, left ear relaxes towards the left shoulder. Breathe. Feel the edges of the body soften. Feel tension in the neck melting away. Inhale the head up to neutral, let the breath go. Release the arms by your sides, take a few shoulder rolls. Inhale, shoulders up, exhale them back and down. A few more. Feel the opening across the chest. Reverse direction, feeling now the stretch between the shoulder blades. So when we start to notice the sensations in our body, it helps us to be more present. Reverse the rolls again. Inhale, the shoulders up, back and down. Do that a few more times. As we become more present, we give ourselves the opportunity to reach our blissful nature, the joy that's inside. Come back to neutral, take a deep breath in. Side out. Let this sigh be relaxed once more. Inhale through the nose. Let sound come out. And from here, transition to table, all fours. Support the knees if necessary. Blocks can go in the front two corners of the mat on the floor. And the shoulders land over the wrists, hips land over the knees, and tops of the feet to the floor. Pause here for a moment. Feel your body in this shape. With your next inhale, tailbone scoops up, belly drops, heart gaze lifts. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the spine, chin to chest. A few more. Come back to neutral spine, tuck the toes under, inhale again, dropping the belly, heart gaze lift. Exhale, round the spine, press your hips to heels. Feeling the stretch in the feet, feel yourself in your body. Inhale, glide forward. Exhale, round and press back. Do a few more of these. Move at the pace that feels good for you. Make sure that you can still get in a full breath. The exhale is relaxed, releasing control. And next time that you come up, untuck the toes, tops of the feet to the floor. Bring the legs in closer than hip width apart. They can touch or not at midline. This is for your hip release. Widen the hands and then rock the hips side to side. Gaze is about a foot or so in front of the hands on center. The neck is holding the head. Hands and knees remain in contact with the floor. A few more side to side. Feel this movement in the body. Every time that you bring your attention right now to the feelings in the body, to the sensations, you help yourself to be more present. And we're using this as one of the ways to release tension, to release the masks that we wear, to release some of the things that we might be holding on to so that we can reveal our true nature, that we can go further inward. Come back to center. Child's pose, big toes touch, knees go wide, hips to heels. If you need more space for your knee joint, place a pillow or blanket between your hips and heels. And you'll notice here for child's pose, I'm draping the tops of my ankles at the joint over the back fold of the blanket. This helps to support the ankles as well. And then forehead needs to come down to something, the floor, the hands, or blocks. If child's pose is not accessible to you today, you can return to table and bow forward with the upper body, keeping the hips stacked over the knees and taking puppy. Arms out in front of you. So whichever you're in, full breath in, relaxed out breath, melt away tension. And every inhale is a renewal. Helps to move energy, helps to release blockages. Every breath helps us to kind of scrub the mirror clean so we can see our true selves. Keep breathing. Soften at the heart space. Relax the muscles of the face. And relax even more at the center of the chest. Another breath. If you need to stay here longer, stay as you are. Otherwise, bring yourself up to table. Let the breath go as you readjust. Then grab your blocks if you need them. Have your wrists relatively under the shoulders, hands at the same height. Tuck the toes under, build lunge. Right foot comes through between the hands. Hands in line with the front ankle. Back toes tuck under, float the back knee off the floor. Extend out through the back heel. Press down through the front foot. Front knee is stacked over its ankle. Extend out through the back heel, lengthen the spine, and reach through the top of the head. Keep breathing. Feel yourself here right now in this moment. Now, if you wish to move, inhale here. Exhale, straighten the front leg and maybe fold. Inhale, bend the front knee. Exhale, straighten, maybe fold. A few more. Remain connected to the feelings in the body, to the feeling of yourself breathing. Front knee bends, keep it bent. Back heel spins in and down for side angle. Front heel to back arch alignment. Right hand can stay on the block or the floor, or the right forearm can come to the right thigh, left hand to the left hip. Open up to the left and scoop the right sitting bone under as you do this. Press down through the feet, press down especially through the outer edge of the rear foot. Lengthen the spine, extend through the crown of the head. Maybe the left arm reaches up to the sky, reaching out through the fingertips. Breathe. Beginning to feel an extension out, your true self starting to shine out. You're making that connection now. Maybe, right? We're working on it. If it doesn't happen today, that's okay too. But know that that blissful nature, it does exist inside. See if you can feel it shine out. Take another breath. Now press down through the feet. Inhale up, warrior two. Keep the front knee strong over the ankle. Continue to press down through the rear foot, shoulders stacked over the hips, and gaze to the middle finger of the front hand. Open the front palm. Straighten the front leg. And then reach the right fingertips up to the sky. Reverse triangle. Soften the gaze. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly come up and then reach forward with the right fingertips and hinge into triangle. Right hand can come to the block, right above the ankle, left hand to the left hip. Maybe the left arm to the sky. If you need to return to side angle instead, please do so. Breathe. Even through difficulty, through challenges, our blissful nature, it exists inside. It is there. If you haven't found it, keep breathing. It's okay. Search for it. Give it time. Inhale. As you exhale, look down, bend the front knee. Keep the back foot as it is. Release the left hand to the floor to your block. Now bring both hands to the inside of the front leg. All right, so front heel to back arch alignment. And then walk the upper body out at an angle about 45 degrees. Lengthen the spine. Keep the front knee bent. Starting to maybe feel more sensations build in the body. Keep feeling them. If there's pain, it's typically the body telling you you need to readjust. Please listen to what your body is telling you. Keep breathing. And then slowly continue to walk to the left, straighten the right leg, spin it in, standing wide-legged forward fold. Check that your feet are in line and take your feet slightly pigeon-toed so they pivot in slightly. You can be on the blocks or the hands to the floor. Inhale, lengthen the spine, heart to the horizon. You can stay here, continue to breathe, or exhale, fold. Maybe the hands or the forearms go down to the floor, to the blocks. And then relax the head if you're folded. Allowing the head right now, for those of you folded, to be below the heart space, surrendering those thoughts that come through, just letting them come and go without attachment to them. Letting the heart lead the way a little more. Another breath. And hands press into the floor, to the blocks, come up halfway. Let the breath go. And now slowly we're going to the back of the mat. Spin the left leg, bend the front knee, walk to the left as you do this, coming into lunge at the back of your mat. Hands in line with the front foot, lunge twist, left hand to the hip, twist open to the left, maybe the left arm to the sky. Even when life feels like it's twisting us, the heart can still be open. Remain connected to your inner joy, that bliss that exists inside. As we build that path to that inner joy, that bliss, and as we walk it, it becomes easier and easier to get there. Another breath. Exhale, slowly release to lunge. Back knee touches down. Return to table. And your choice here. You can remain in table. You can do a hip release side to side. You can take downward facing dog or child's pose. Check in with what you need. Releasing any judgment, any expectation of what you think you're supposed to be doing right now. And feel, what do you need? What helps more of your true self shine? The more that we listen to ourselves, the more that blissful nature can come through. Come back to center. We meet in table. Take a deep breath in. Relaxed exhale. Grab your blocks if you need them. Tuck the toes under. Step the left leg through, lunge. Back knee floats up, extend out through the back heel. Lengthen the spine, top of the head reaching forward. Breathe. Every breath connects you further inside. If walking the path inward is new for you, you're building it out, you're rediscovering it. Give it time. If you wish to move, inhale here. Exhale, straighten the front leg and fold. Inhale, front knee bends, lengthen the spine. Exhale, straighten and fold. A few more. Next time the front knee bends, keep it bent. Spin the back heel in and down for side angle, front heel to back arch alignment. See if you can set yourself up the same way that you did on the other side, if that's available to you. And open up. Let the body be still once you've reached your safe edge, and breathe. Feeling yourself in the full expression of the pose in your body and honoring that. Maybe even finding joy in your expression of this pose. Another breath. Now keep the legs as they are. Inhale, come up, warrior two. Steady breath. Be with the sensations in the body. And then open the front palm, straighten the front leg, and reverse your triangle. And in these moments of physical stillness, see what you notice about the breath helping you to drop inward. What do those quiet spaces show you? Inhale, come up. Triangle, exhale, reach forward with the left fingertips. You're hinging at the hips sideways and bringing yourself into triangle. Remember, you can bend the front knee if you need to. Fingertips extending up towards the sky if that's available to you. The top hand reaching out. Open from the heart center. Inhale here. As you exhale, slowly re-bend the front knee. Keep the feet where they are, hands to your blocks or to the floor. Both hands come to the inside of the front leg. Walk your upper body out at an angle. Check that your knee is staying over its ankle. Press down through the outer edge of the rear foot. Lengthen the spine. Pause here with the body. Breathe. Go inward. Another breath. Begin to walk the upper body to the right, straighten the left leg, spin it in, standing wide-legged forward fold. Check your feet, lengthen your spine, stay here, continue to breathe, maybe fold. Taking a bow, relaxing the head. Surrendering here. Any tensions, any gripping, let it melt into the floor. Let it go. The earth, she can transmute it. A few more moments here. Inhale. Press yourself up halfway, let the breath go. And now walking to the original front of the mat, bend the right foot, bend the right knee, pivot the foot forward, walk into your lunge, hips squared forward. Right hand to the right hip and twist open. Feel yourself pressing down through the front foot, extend out through the back heel, lengthen the spine, reach up through the fingertips. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly release to lunge. Back knee touches down. Return to table. Blocks can move up in front of you. Your choice in the transition. We have a few breaths. See what you need. What helps you to shed away the masks, the tension, the gripping, the attachments. What allows you to honor yourself, to go inward, to reach that place of bliss, of Ananda. Ananda. About 2 more breaths. And then slowly bring yourself into table. Let the breath go. Check that your knees are underneath the hips. Toes can be tucked under or not for this. Bring yourself into a high kneel. Shoulders over ribs, hips and knees. Top of the head over the pelvic floor. Open the palms forward. Open across the heart space. You can remain like this. We bring in movement. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge at the hips, press the sitting bones back. Sweep the arms by your sides, palms face down, forehead to the floor or to a block. Inhale, press up, reach up. Exhale, bow. A few more. Whether you're remaining still or moving, breathe. Remain connected to the meditative space that you've created for yourself, for your practice. Even if you're just feeling it for glimpses at a time, it's okay, trust the process. 2 more. Next time that you inhale, come up, stay up, keep reaching up through the fingertips, release the breath. Inhale here. Exhale, hands come together down through midline, through heart center and to the hips. Hinge at the hips, pressing the sitting bones back, hands touch down to the floor, table. Bring the legs in towards each other, closer than hip width apart, widen the hands, hip circles, draw circles with the hips around the knees. Reverse direction. And then come back to center, child's pose, puppy or down dog. Allow the head, if possible, to rest below the heart space. Bowing. Bowing to your true nature, Ananda. The bliss that resides within you. Honor it. Embrace it. Another breath. And bring yourself up to table. From here, transition to sitting down. I recommend sitting elevated on a pillow or blanket. Remain connected to the feeling that we're kind of getting into, this meditative feeling, the balance between the doing and the non-doing. See if you can keep that connection. Blocks go underneath the knees. If not blocks, blankets or pillows, especially if you're sitting up high. Legs are out wide, toes point up, hands go behind you. Elevate the heart, extend up through the top of the head, close the eyes or soft gaze. Reestablish the connection to your breath. Now, if this is enough for your body, stay here. Otherwise, begin to twist the upper body to the right, doing your best to align heart center to the shin. Stay here or fold over the right leg. Keep the opposite hip anchored down. When you get to your safe edge, hang out there. Sometimes we have these attachments to what we think we're supposed to look like in the pose or how far we're supposed to go. Part of our practice of bliss, of joy, is allowing those attachments, the judgments to fall away. And see if you can just be here. Be here with the you inside of you, with the part of you that doesn't judge, with the part of you that is okay with the best that you have to give at this moment. Another breath. Walk the hands in towards the hips. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist over the other leg and maybe fold. Be still and breathe. Notice when we allow judgments to fall away, that the joy has the opportunity to come through. A few more moments here. Just be. And then slowly walk yourself up, unwind to center, and exhale, hinge forward, make sure your pelvis tilts forward, hands to the floor. Draw the shoulder blades together, the heart comes forward, going into your seated wide-legged forward fold. Remaining connected to yourself, to your entire self. And then breathe. See what shows up in the quiet spaces. What happens when you give yourself time to be with you? And whatever it is that might be coming up for you, can you witness it? Can you observe it without judgment, expectation, or control? We're here for a bit longer. Stay with it if you can. Continue observing. Take a deep breath in wherever you are. Let it go. Slowly bring yourself up. Place the hands underneath the knees. Bend the knees, feet to the floor, feet wider than the hips. Lean back on the hands, one-legged windshield wipers. Drop one knee in and down at a time. Heart remains elevated. Beautifully done. Return to center, heel toe the feet in towards each other, and then we come onto our backs. Before you do, make sure that you have your blocks within reach off to your side. If you need to put a small pillow, one that doesn't press your head too high, underneath for where your head's going to be, or a blanket for where the knees are going to be, go ahead and set that up now. Slowly bring yourself all the way down. And once you're down, embrace yourself. Draw the knees in. Give yourself a hug. Close the eyes or soft gaze. And notice that your inhale has a little bit more effort. The exhale is still relaxed, reminding us to release control, to shed away the things that cover our true nature. What happens if you move through life from more of your blissful state? A part of you inside that can never be diminished or destroyed. A part of you that is timeless. Ananda. A part of you that is bliss. Rock side to side. Come back to center spine. Draw circles with the knees. Guide the knees around the hips. Reverse direction. Draw the knees in. Float the forehead up to meet the knees. And then take a full body stretch. Release the arms by your sides, letter T with the palms up, or cactus with the palms up if you have the space and you want to do that opening across the shoulders. And then place your feet to the floor, wider than the hips for your windshield wipers, and rock the knees side to side. A few more. Continue this movement, but now bring the feet in closer together and knees again side to side. And bring it back to center. Walk now both feet to the right, glide the hips to the right, and let the knees fall to the left. We want to allow the hips to stack. You can place a block underneath the bottom leg if you need to bring the floor closer to you. And then maybe the gaze goes to the right, opposite of the knees. Settle back in. Another breath. Inhale, back to center, readjust to midline, let the breath go. And then heel toe the feet to the left, hips to the left, and the knees to the right. Gaze goes to the left. Breathe. Just be. Bring yourself back up to center. Come back to midline, let the breath go, hug the knees into the chest, give them another squeeze, float the forehead up to meet the knees, and then take a full body stretch. From here, taking bound angle, soles of the feet together, knees drop open, place blocks underneath the outer edges of the legs. Arms out by your sides. You can put a blanket or pillow across the hips. Arms can go into letter T or cactus. We'll be here for a few minutes before śavāsana. If that doesn't feel good for you, feet to the floor, feet wider than hips, and let the knees drop in at midline. Or you can have the legs extended out with support underneath the legs or just under the knees. So come into the position that is comfortable for you. If you want to use your eye pillow now, you can. Settle in. So our practice, we do prāṇāyāma, the breath work. Prana being the life energy force. We help to move that life energy force. We help to move blockages from the body, from the energy channels. And then our physical movements also help to move energy. It helps us to release gripping and tension. And as we move, our mind begins to focus on something, right? And that typically in our practice is the movement, the sensation, the breath. And that helps us to begin to drop more and more inward. And as we get to śavāsana, right now we're transitioning through this restorative pose. As we make our way to śavāsana, we've worked through some of those layers, some of those masks, the attachments, the holding, the tension, and we start to settle into ourselves. So use this opportunity with your restorative pose to just be, to feel yourself breathing, to feel the sensations in the body. To let anything that doesn't serve you to wash away. And just be. Ananda. Rest in your bliss. Bring your awareness enough to hear my voice. Bring it back just enough. If you wish to remain in the shape that you're in for Shavasana, you can stay as you are. If you want to change shape, maybe extend the legs out in front of you, putting support under the knees. Go ahead and do that now. Try to keep the eyes closed or really soft gaze. Readjust. Make yourself comfortable. Śavāsana is our time of integration, our time of reaching the place of just being, where everything can fall away and you are with your true self. And part of your true self is Ananda, bliss. Rediscover your innate joy. Release all effort. Let the breath move on its own. Settle in. Remain still. Feel yourself breathing. Continue to remain still as you bring your awareness back to the body. And see if you can embody the teachings of Ananda, of Bliss. Can you embody bliss? And take a moment for yourself to see if there's anything that you can do for yourself every day or once a week that helps you to stay connected to that essence, the you inside of you. What helps that light to continue to shine outward? What helps to keep the mirror clean? Keeping the eyes closed. Bring back gentle movements when you feel ready. A slow awakening, feeling the effects of the practice. When you're done stretching, roll over, curl into the fetal position on your comfortable side. Feel yourself held in the womb of existence. Keeping the eyes closed, take your time. Slowly bring yourself up into a meditative seat. Grab your mala if you have one. And if you're not able to stay for the meditation, you can bring your hands together. Namaste. For those of you continuing into the mantra meditation, make yourself comfortable, support the body. So one of traditionally what I've read is that the practice, the physical practice, helps us to sit in meditation. So that is why the meditation here is at the end. So sit in a way where you feel that prana can move, where you feel comfortable. It might be on your sofa, it might be against a wall. Maybe for your body, you need to recline back. So sit in a way that supports a neutral spine to the best of your ability. And then grab your mala, if you have one. If you don't, that's completely fine. As a reminder, for those of you using a mala, you have your guru bead, that which brings us from darkness to light. And that guru bead signifies the start and end of the mala. So it's 108 beads. Let it hang over your middle finger towards you. So if none of this makes sense, we can always connect about it. I can give you a little bit more. I don't want us to think about it too much. All right, so drape the mala over the middle finger of the right hand. I'm not mirroring you. And you'll use your thumb to move each bead as we say the mantra. So the mantra that we are using today is Aum Ānandam Namaḥ. Aum Ānandam Namaḥ. We are bowing to, right? We are recognizing the blissful nature, the innate joy within ourselves. I'm sitting tall. Oh, sorry guys, I always work on remembering this. If you have your mala, put it between your hands. Bring the palms together. Even if you don't have a mala, bring your palms together. Infuse the mala with your intention for this practice, for this meditation. This is said to strengthen the protective power of the mala by those who wear it, right? So this is your mala, you're infusing it, helps to protect you, can elevate energy, and it's a sacred counting tool, sacred mala. Once you've infused it, drape it over the middle finger of the right hand. Guru bead is facing you. Take a deep breath in, close the eyes. Let it go. And begin. Aum Ānandam Namaḥ. 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 Aum Ananda Namaha. Aum Ānanda 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 Namaha. Aum Ānandam 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 Namaha. Pause for a moment. And now continue the rest in silence. Let it resonate inside. Keep going. Keep going. Don't worry about whether or not you're chanting it correctly. Just let the feeling of bliss resonate inside. Shake off the shells that hide the light. Let the light shine through. Stay with it. completing your last chant, releasing the mantra. If you have your mala, you can place it into one of your hands, palms up or palms down. Just be, feel, witness. Stay with yourself here. Let bliss infuse every cell of your body. This is the kind of bliss that is timeless and unchanging. It's unwavering. It's always there. There might be days where it's harder to reach it. There might be days where it's easier, but it's there. Ananda. Few more deep breaths here. Residing in your blissful nature. We bring the palms together. If you have your mala, you can continue to hold it between the hands, taking a moment for giving gratitude to yourself, to each other, to these teachings, these ancient teachings. And then with gratitude, a single Om. Receive your breath. Bowing head to heart in honor of each other, ourselves, and this practice. As always, it is such an honor to guide you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Namaste.